And then also next game I played Kalista again, and I was doing crazy stuff to them, like it was crazy. Then they banned it game 5, so we lost.
Welcome back to Ultimate List, the show where LoL Esports pros react to their greatest plays, provided by you guys, the fans. Today I have with me Carzzy, player right now for Vitality. Carzzy, how are you doing?
Hello, thank you for inviting me here. I'm doing not so fantastic. We have currently dropped out of playoffs, but other than that, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, Carzzy, the first play that we have for you comes from MSI 2021. This was, I believe, your first international tournament that you went to, because we don't talk about 2020, right? Like, we don't talk about that plans. That wasn't really.
It's second. I have good memories from the plans and losing to
you have
Turkish
good
team.
memories from the plans.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I know.
Memories of the plans. Okay, so it's your second international tournament, but the first one where you're actually like in the bracket stage of the event. So let's play it and let's see what you remember about this play.
Was winning that 1v1.
Well,
only opted in.
to be fair,
Was behind him and getting down to this bottom side.
this play was kinda random, and Kai'Sa was really OP. Like, look at this damage. This would never be able to happen nowadays. Like, there is no way this is possible to recreate. But here, look what's my support. This was like nothing special, I'd say, but here I would really like my support to hook back in. Like, here he hooked back. That made me angry.
So your support was too vegan, you would say, in this situation.
My support was way too passive for me in this exact situation. But otherwise, like, we were quite scared because we were playing against a Turkish team, and as a EU like seed 1, we have to bring results. And the game was not looking too clean, you know? Like, we almost kind of lost.
I mean, to be honest, if you want to talk about veganism, I feel like you guys could have just R-flashed this Tristana at the beginning of the play. That guy's probably just one shot, and you're just doing insane damage at this point.
Probably, yeah. But I think I was trying to save my sums or something. I don't know. I was just playing it safe, you know? I was scared. Just a little rookie at an international event.
Just a little rookie. Second year player, you know? Second year player. So this was a really successful year that you guys had in Mad Lions. This is where you brought Dom 1 to 5 games at MSI. Looked like you were actually going to win that series in game 4 for a little bit there. Then at Worlds, you guys got out of group stage. And this was a year that people consider the best international year for Mad Lions in the history of the organization. But you actually told a story to me on Sackdown about how you thought that scrims were like terrible. It got to a point where you guys thought that scrims might even be useless, like you should just not even play them because you're getting so tilted. How bad were scrims actually? You know, constantly canceling scrims after 4 days or 4 games. You know, you said you weren't even grinding much league and finals. How bad were the scrims actually?
I mean, our scrims were really bad. It was, maybe it was a little bit of exaggeration, but I don't think it was that far from the truth. Anyways, I mean, at Worlds, we stopped scrimming. That was exactly like I said, if I remember correctly. Like, we've scrimmed Cloud9 once, we lost, and we stopped scrimming for the next 2 weeks. And we were playing and making it out of the tiebreakers without scrimming against LNG. And then we almost came out as a first seed against Genji, and then we lost to Damwon 3-0 in the quarters.
Yeah.
But the scrims were really horrible. It was way better for us to not scrim and just focus on enjoying and having a good time.
Why do you think that you guys were able to win despite those issues, or perform despite those issues? Because normally when a team is not scrimming like this and they're mental boomed, it's just completely over when you get to the stage.
To be fair, I think that we were just a good group of people that like clicked well together. Like, that it was like destiny, to be fair. I don't think we were like practicing the hardest in Europe. Like, we were trying our best in scrims, but I wouldn't say we were like G2, you know, like working super hard, like being try hard every game in scrims, trying to get the best out of it, something like this. I think we just clicked well together, and me and Humanity especially worked on a basis where we have to feel good mentally to perform, and we put everything, like, we put our well-being on the top. So once we achieved that, it was way easier to perform, no matter the circumstances.
Is this where you developed your party theory? Where, like, you gotta care more about the vibes, you know? You'd rather go out and party with the players and actually, like, scrim with them to know if they're gonna be a good fit for the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I still think so. I think that it's very important to be good friends, you know, and have good connection to your teammates, because it makes everything way easier if, you know, you can, like, trust each other and you can openly talk about everything. I think it's just way easier.
I mean, maybe that was the issue this year. Not enough partying.
We tried, but it was too late.
Okay, Carzzy, the next play that we have for you is a Kalista play that actually comes from loser bracket finals in 2023 season finals of LEC. So let's play it and let's get into how you're feeling in this moment.
I remember this play quite well because, well, I mean, this game was kind of hard in the beginnings. We were a little bit behind with Kalista. But then they gave me the perfect angle here where nobody can get on top of me and I'm just free killing, like collecting free kills. It was so good. And getting Penta, like there was like 8k people watching in the stadium. And it was just super hype, getting Penta in such a big crowd.
Yeah, did this change the momentum of the series for you? Because you're down 0-2, then you get a Penta like out of nowhere, kind of like enemy team's on Baron. Did this make you feel like, oh no, we're gonna win the series?
Yeah, I mean, especially it was special for me because I remember having speech with Elia, or like Elia talk with Elia, and we were talking about people like saying that I will make people scream my name, you know, something like this before the match. And then I got the Penta and people started like chanting Carzzy, you know. So that was kind of nice. That's a nice memory for me, especially
Huge.
because of the talk that we had earlier. And then also next game I played Kalista again. I know I was doing crazy stuff to them, like it was crazy. Then they banned it game 5, so we lost.
You know, it is what it is. Game 5, like, it doesn't matter. You got a Pentakill, right? Like,
Yeah.
who cares about the results? You'd already qualified
Exactly,
for
who
Worlds at this
cares?
point. Like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? We just won the previous split, you know, now we were like defending the title, but it was...
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't win the previous split. That was like where it was 4 splits.
Yeah, it was 4 splits. So this was like the season final. So summer split was won by G2, and then yeah, I mean spring split, I felt like that was one of the craziest splits. I was actually going back the other day because I was just looking through all the splits, and I thought it was so crazy that you guys went from being like an 8th place regular season team to winning LEC in a split. Like obviously I don't think that was reflective of your skill at the time, but that is like one of the craziest gloves. I don't know the last time a team that placed 8th in regular season actually won a split like worldwide.
Yeah, it was a really good miracle run. We almost lost tiebreaker to Team Heretics with Jack Spectra and Ruby.
Yeah,
It
Ruby.
was so it
And
was
Evie.
so close. Yeah, and Evie, it was so close, and then we just won the split out of nowhere, and it was
Yeah.
so hype.
That was Gragas mid meta.
Yeah, that's why we won. Niski could lane finally, you know, with the
I
Gragas.
was gonna say, hey, you said it, not me. Like, finally, Niski could lane. Is that why you got him as a support? You're like, well, I mean, he doesn't really need to like lane. Like, he doesn't need to CS at least when it comes to laning.
Yeah, that's why I got him. I also thought that he would be good on Gragas, but he never played Gragas, you know.
Oh yeah, he played Nico.
He played, yeah. Let's say he played.
Yeah, he was playing Nico. I mean, he locked in the champion. I'll compromise. Like he clicked on the champion and pressed the
Yeah.
lock-in button. So
Yeah, he loaded into the game as Nico. I agree.
So one question I have for you is that, you know, in this play you're against Humanoid. Does this feel like any more special because you're playing against a player like Humanoid, you know, one of your good friends? Did it feel really nice to just be able to go off stage and be like, damn, you saw that Penta I just got first year or something like this?
I mean, for sure, I was making fun of him.
Nice.
That
That's what I like
he
to hear.
got... Yeah, that he got clapped. It's always nice to smash Humanoid since we are so close and we went through so much together. Sadly, he still won the series, you know, but then he got smashed in finals. It was alright in the end. He just cannot win more than me.
And now he's benched, right? So
Yes,
you're probably happy
yes.
about that as well. You probably let him know.
I'm so happy.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. The great
Don't
friend
worry.
Carzzy. Let's move on
I'm
to
letting
the
him
next
know
play.
every single day I wake up and the first message he receives in the morning is me asking him how the bench is, how the
Nice.
off season is.
The next play that we have for you here, Carzzy, is a real showcase of your mechanics, I would say. This is the play that I think of when I personally think of Carzzy. You know, just the kiting ability, just the movement. This is what I look for in an AD carry. So let's play the clip and let's see how it goes.
If I remember correctly, I'm not gonna move a single inch, or I'm like gonna face tank everything and we are just gonna kill them. This is still when AD carry had good items, you know? That's the most important part. I mean, to be fair, good from Abedage, you know? Like here, I can't kite anymore. Good from Abedage that he waited with his ult for my E. Like,
Yeah.
he's that guy.
2021 Carzzy would hold the E for his ult, you know, but this was
He
2020.
would, yeah.
2023 Carzzy.
I'm getting ult. And here you can see it. Like, this is the sign.
Yeah, this is the sign. I mean, it looks like you almost fell asleep in the middle of this play. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I was focused on the auto attack reset after the other shuffle, you know, that fella, so I one-shot him.
Yeah. The auto W, you got it in?
Yeah, the auto W. Auto W, 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 auto. Q.
Boom. To be honest, like obviously there's nothing you can do here when it comes to kiting. Like as soon as you get shuffled, you might as well just output max damage. It's something that I do respect. You know, I like AD carries that just know when it's time to just right click. You know, it's time to just turn the fight. It's one thing that I've always respected about you as a player. I just think it's always so funny. You know, it reminds me of the. You remember the Xpeke kiting clip that was also on Sivir? Like from season 6?
No, I don't remember that clip actually. I don't remember that clip at all.
I'll actually send it to you.
Wait, what is happening here? Where is he? He eats, ulted nothing. Q? Wait,
It's also
wait,
on
it's
Sivir,
not,
you know?
wait, what is this? What is this? Wait, this works? Wait, how is this working?
It's Xpeke kiting, man.
What is this?
This is a legendary clip. The fourth play that we have for you is from your miracle run with Mad Lions, going from 8th place to winning a championship. This was in game 3 of the finals against BDS. This is when things were looking really rough for you, and then you just pulled out this play. It led to, you know, the reverse sweep of my boy Crowny.
Yeah, I mean, this was a crazy game as well. Even though we were 0-2 up, we knew we are gonna reverse and we are gonna win. I think Elia did a really good job. And here, like, it's pure front to back. Like, exactly what we want in this game, pure front to back.
Yeah.
And our front line, of course, like, Chasey was stomping Adam. You can see Xante is 4 levels ahead.
Yeah, Chasey completely won me that. Is that why you thought it was free, or you just felt like at this point you guys had a good read on how they wanted to play, how they wanted to draft?
I mean, I think we should have won like the games before that as well. We just made like some small mistakes in team fights, and then we just got into it and we stomped the next games. Like, it was not even close. The next 2 games are like complete stomp. It was no breathing room for them. So we just thought like we are gonna win. Elioya was boosting our motivation, you know. After the second game, he was saying like we are not losing to these noobs, and then we didn't, you know.
On the topic of this Penta, I mean, this is like you said, this is your ideal situation as Jinx, right? Like in this game, I mean, also I feel like it's a game where if Malphite and Wukong don't have, like, if there's no Wukong angle and you're just able to play front to back and see everyone before the fight, you're never losing.
Yeah, I mean, especially I saw Malphite using ult in front of me to escape. The only info I was missing to like go full ham was Wukong. So I was a little bit like, if you can see at the beginning of the clip that I was a little bit like not clicking forward. And then I almost didn't get a Penta because I cancelled my auto attack on the Syndra. That, like, if I didn't get Penta there and I died, I would have fell through the floor of shame.
The 5th and final play that we have for you, Carzzy, is from maybe your most tense match that you have in all of these. This is from the tiebreakers at Worlds. This is your match against LNG. This was a really crazy situation because you were in this group where everyone ended up being 3-3 within the group. Like TL was in here as well. And, you know, if you lost this match, it would just be completely over for you guys. So crazy match that you had here. And it looks like LNG was about to win the game. And you guys brought it back with this play. So let's play it.
There was some crazy stuff happening in this one. Like Elioya, like we are just focusing on clearing the wave. People are just getting one-tapped. Then Elioya is on the flank. There is still 1 million. And now, like, it's just so scary because in these moments as Ezreal, you have to hit skill shots. And everything has to land, otherwise they can end. Look at MF, she's life-stealing everything with like 2 auto attacks. Yeah. And here Elioya actually clutched it because he went to base and bought GA. I mean, everything was just so beautiful in this clip.
Yeah,
oh
crazy.
My god. Yeah.
I mean,
and now the cherry on top. Now the cherry on top here. Yep. I remember I was trying to get my ult back as fast as possible here. Because it was like few seconds. And now I found the perfect angle and I don't think they were watching where I'm shooting the ult. So they both got sniped and it was really, really satisfying because there was like so many emotions. At this point we were playing a tiebreaker where we were getting really stomped. And then we came back. Like from 6k gold deficit or 7k, something like this, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or like the entire game we were fighting from behind. And this was the time when we were playing every single game from behind in EU and just winning most of the games. Like nobody could win against us from ahead or from behind. But we were usually behind. And with this game we kind of proved that we can do it against Asian teams as well. Like winning from behind.
I remember the whole like narrative around your team was that you guys were too good at like side laning in the mid game, and a lot of people would say that Humanoid was the main reason for this. Like that was the narrative that went on for years, even when you know, he joined Fnatic. It was supposed to be that he was going to teach people how to side lane. Was he actually just like a genius of side lane at this point?
I mean, I think that he was smart, but I just think that our team fighting was really good. I don't think it had that much to do with side lane, rather than us being really good at team fighting and being able to team fight from these deficits and win the fights, you know? This was more of a team effort. Like, we all knew what to do, and we were all really good at finding angles.
Thank you, Carzzy, for walking down memory lane with us. This was a good time going back through all of your most, you know, your best plays of all time, especially at a time like this, you know, when you're in a bit of despair. So I'm really happy that we're able to do this, you know, bring back all the good moments that you've had throughout your career. Before we leave, is there anything that you would like to say to the fans?
First of all, thank you for inviting me here once again. And to the fans, thank you for supporting us. We are Team Vitality. The year hasn't been the most successful, but there are still some fans that like us anyway, so thank you for that.